What's up guys, name is Dre and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. So today we want to talk about if you should or shouldn't summon for Childe. Alright, Tataglia or Childe, whatever you want to call him, officially got announced and we will expect him in less than 2 days on the patch 1.1. So on the screen we can see the featured unit on his banner, which are Ningguang, Diana and Beidou. In today's video I want to talk about is the banner worth in general, and after this I want to go over Childe in particular. Is he worth? Should you summon on him? Of course, everything in this video is based on my opinion. If you like to summon for him, just go ahead and do so. But if you want to have some recommendations, if you're undecided, unsure, these are my thoughts about the new unit. Now, talking about maybe about the featured units first. So if you like one of the 3 units that you can see on the screen, talking about Ningguang, Diana and Beidou, you will have a very high chance to get those, because every 2 multi-summons you are guaranteed to get one of these 3 units. So that means every 20 pulls you are guaranteed to get at least one of these 3. So yeah, if you want to have any of these, if you want to have some constellation dupes, you can go ahead and go like for 1-2 multi-summons and get one of these characters and you're out. So that's at least for these characters. Now talking about Childe, the most problem about Childe is of course your resources and I think your team compositions. I think these are the main reasons to consider summoning for him or not summon for him. Maybe let's go over some characters that you might want to summon in the future, and after this I want to come back and talk about Childe. So is Childe the character that you really like to summon for? If he is the character that you was waiting for quite some time and yeah, you are hyped for the character, of course go ahead and summon, because that's, at least for me, I don't want to tell that he is my favorite character in the game, but I was waiting for him the longest. I was really looking forward, especially for Childe, and that's the reason why I will definitely summon for him. But you have to look this for yourself. I think that's the first reason to summon for a character, because you like the character and you are hyped to use him. And yeah, does he go over these? So this will be the next official banner, Zhongli and Qinyan, featured with Chongyan and Razor. Personally, I do think that this banner is better just for the value. So of course, Childe's banner, no, not the weapon banner, Childe's banner has a lot of different characters. So it has a bow user, a catalyst user, a 2-handed sword user, and another bow user. So if you're starting, this is a very solid banner for you, because you have a lot of different types of characters. But if you like already progressed through the game, I would say that this banner is a bit better, because there are more characters that you can utilize. Especially Zhongli, I do think fits in a lot of different team compositions. He enables more team compositions. He does look more interesting. I do really like the character. I'm not sure if I will summon for him. I'm not too hyped for him, to be honest. But objectively, I think that his banner and he as unit is way more impressive. After this, we don't know when this character will come out, but he is already teased in the game for quite some time, and it is Zhao, like the fan favorite character. So yeah, because we do not know when he will come out, you will have quite some time to prepare his character ascension materials and materials to upgrade the character. Next thing is Ganju, a character that was leaked a couple of days before. She is a ice bow user, I think. I think she was a ice bow user. So if you're looking forward to summon for this character, which will eventually introduce in patch 1.2, because patch 1.2 will be right around the corner when Christmas is here. So I think it will be on the 23rd or on the 24th, and this is, yeah, Christmas patch day. And another character that was introduced was Camisetto Ayaka. Don't know if I did pronounce the name right, but another ice 1-handed sword user. Also, we already got some leaked gameplay for her. So these or if any of these characters, if you are interested on any of these characters, yeah, you may want to skip the Tarplayer or Child. And yeah, maybe we want to go over some team compositions, and no, not team compositions, want to take a closer look what it takes to really upgrade the character. For the purpose of the video, I want to go back into the game real quick. Now, talking about upgrading character, what does it take? So, and if you really want to invest him, so I do think that you really have to commit to the character and use him long term as soon as you invest into the character, because it takes a lot of effort to upgrade a character. And if I talk about a lot, I do really mean a lot. So first thing is Ascension Level 80. I think these two materials usually are not the problem. So for Childe, this will be the Insignias and this will be the Stock Hunch. Stock Hunch, there is no any other character that uses this. So you won't have too much troubles farming this if you start farming it today. This is like okayish. You have to farm the Oceanid and it will take resin. So if you have some time, if you didn't farm up the Oceanid and you want to ascend the character, start farming the Oceanid from today if you want to summon for Childe, if it is worth for you. This will additionally take quite a lot of gold for you. Mora, I do think it is around 1 million to ascend the character up to level 70 or level 80. I'm not too sure. I think it is around 1.5 million or something similar to that. Next thing is a weapon. You also have to ascend the weapon up to level 80, maybe to level 90 if your adventure rank level 50 already. This will also take quite a lot of these materials, so you won't have any troubles farming these because they are around the map. Same with these, but you will have trouble farming these because this will take resin. It is only farmable on certain days. So any weapon does need like this, some different of the materials, but it is kind of the same roster. Artifacts, next big trouble because this will take resin. You will have to farm a full set if you want to know. Currently what I do recommend is the Noblest set for him. I do think this is currently the best set that you can use on Childe personally, because we don't have a Hydro bonus damage set, but I don't want to go over this in the video. Now, yeah, you have to farm up a perfect 4 set, maybe 2 2-piece sets, and get them all up to level 20. This will take you some more Mora and a lot of artifacts that you want to use to upgrade the pieces. So that will take you quite some gold. So if you really want to invest in him, I think this is the point where you have to decide, because I think weapon is like okay, because you can swap weapons between characters easily if you have another bow user. This is something that is not too heavily using gold and using the materials because they are farmable. But I think this is the point where you really have to decide if you want to go for the character. Next thing is talents. That's the last thing, and if you did invest in talents, that's the point where you really have to commit to the character, because talents take these books, these guides that you want to farm. So again, this is farmable on the map easily, so you can grind this, but this also takes another thing, which is resin, which all the other things also take. So you are really time gated on farming him if you didn't prepare for Childe already. And this will be the problem also for future characters. So it's a different thing for Zhongli. For Zhongli, you will have another 3 weeks if you want really to build out the character. And for the next character, you will have again another 3 weeks. So that's a thing that you really have to decide. I think up to level 6, it may be okay to farm certain characters, but it takes a lot of materials, it takes a lot of Mora. And yeah, after level 6, if you do go beyond talent level 6, you really commit to the character. That's the point where you really want to use. And that's also the reason why I did not level any character up to talent level 7 now, because I didn't want to commit too hard to any character for now. Yeah, next thing is maybe Does he fit in your team composition? So I want just to go over this real quick. You will want to have a main damage dealer, a secondary damage dealer, maybe a healer, and a utility supporter. So looking something similar like this: main damage dealer, secondary healer, utility supporter. Yeah, and if he can replace any of these roles, if he does fit in any of these roles. So personal recommendation, that's just from my side. As I said, if you want to do something else, you can do so. I wouldn't recommend to summon for Childe if you build out any water type character, Barbara, Chinkyu, or Mona. And I wouldn't recommend Childe if you did invest highly in a archer. So talking about archers, Fischl, Amber, and Venti. So if you do use any of these characters and you did invest in their artifacts, talents, weapons, etc., I won't recommend to summon for Childe. And that's, of course, if you're undecided. And I'm not really a fan of using 2 archers in a team, even though Childe has the mechanic to swap between his stances. So does he fit in your team? That's the question that you want to ask. What is the team build that you want to have? What is your goal? Yeah, I think maybe that's it already for Childe. Maybe you want to look at the weapon banner real quick. Now there is another banner, which is this weapon banner. So this weapon is made for Childe, clearly the Skyward Harp. It does bring crit rate and it does bring crit damage in its passive, and it can trigger a AoE effect. So I really do think this is the weapon for Childe. So if you don't use Childe, I wouldn't recommend, because I don't think that this weapon is strong on any other character. Maybe on Fischl if you want to use her as a DPS character. But personally, or from my experience, I do think it is not recommended to use a archer as a main DPS, except for Childe. Yeah, I do think Childe can fulfill the role of a main DPS. I have to really test it out, and I do think he can fulfill the role as a utility supporter because he has broken flow. So yeah, this is the new weapon that got introduced. So maybe we want to go over the translations real quick. So I got the translation here. The Memory of Dust, it will give attack percentage. So the translations are not 100% confirmed, but I do think it seems very accurate. It increases the shield efficiency by 20% and attack increased by 4% for every hit. You can stack this up to 5 times. I think it will be time gated. And when you have an active shield on it boost, the attack bonus will be doubled. So it becomes 8% when you apply this effect. And after this, you apply this effect, it will be 8% per stack. Yeah, don't want to go over the 4-star weapons. I don't think that are very relevant for now. Maybe I want to do this in a separate video if we are looking at the weapon banner in particular. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope I could help you out with your decision to summon for Childe and or not. If you are undecided, unsure to summon for him, definitely I will see you in my summon video. And if you do summon for Childe, I wish you all the best. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to see more Genshin Impact content, videos should pop up on the screen right now. Make sure to check them out, and I thank you for your support.